Welcome to RX Honing Training Film's presentation of Sharpening 101 for the hygienist. The goal of this video is to give you the understanding on how to sharpen your hygiene instruments. The set you see on the screen is the Perio set. Carefully look over what is involved with the Perio set. If you see anything missing between this set and your set, please give us a call at the 800 number at the end of this video. This is the RX Honing Systems 2 machine. You can see the disc selector and the speed selector on the front of the machine. We will be getting into these in greater detail later on in the video. Next, we will be going over the tools necessary for basic hygiene sharpening. What you see on the screen is the diamond disc. We use this disc to sharpen extremely dull or damaged instruments. Next, we have the carbide rubber disc. We use this disc to maintain an edge, taking off the minimum amount of metal necessary to maintain that sharp edge, making sure that we do not have to replace the instrument sooner than needed. Next, we have the round hone. We use this hone to sharpen explorers to make sure that the point stays sharp. We also use it to sharpen spoons. Next up on the list is the Perio scissors guide. We use this to sharpen all of our hygiene instruments, as well as scissors that the doctor may use in the operatory. All of the discs and hones need to stay clean, so we have included an RX hone cleaner with the set. Please follow the directions on this hone cleaner to remove the metal deposits to give you a clean surface for the sharpening of your instruments. We also have included a disc removal tool. Use this tool to keep from delaminating the discs as you remove them from the machine. Last but definitely not least is the U-shaped hone. We use this hone to round off the edge of the curettes, but also to keep them sharp. If you are missing any of the tools that I have described so far, please contact us at the 800 number listed on the screen. We will help you in any way we can in obtaining these tools. To get started, you want to put the rubber disc on the machine as shown above. First, line up the flat side of the spindle with the under flat side of the disc to make sure that when you push down, the disc seats itself firmly upon the machine. Next, apply the disc Perio guide. You want to push the disc Perio guide onto the metal bar in the middle of the instrument. Adjust the screw on the disc Perio guide so that it is resting firmly on the face, and the face of the disc Perio guide is not resting on the disc. You want the face of the disc Perio guide to be millimeters above the disc itself, thus allowing you to line up the proper angle for your hygiene instruments. Next, we want to make sure that the disc hone control is set to disc and that the speed control is set to approximately somewhere between 3 and 4 so that we get the optimal speed for sharpening our instruments. The first instrument that we will be demonstrating is the universal scaler. You will notice that the terminal shank of the instrument is lined up with the universal line, the line marked U on the Perio scissors guide. Now that you are familiar with the tools and the process, we are going to demonstrate sharpening a universal scaler. Notice how the terminal shank is lined up to the U line. We turn the machine on with our foot pedal and rock it from heel to toe. We then turn the instrument over and do the exact same thing going the other way. Now that we have finished sharpening the instrument, we're going to test it. Notice how the instrument grabs the plastic strip. We're going to test both sides as well to make sure that we've got a nice, good edge. Next up is the Gracie curette. Notice we're going to line the terminal shank up with the G line this time. Also, double check and make sure that you're sharpening the right side. Again, we're going to rock it from heel to toe, just like we did with the scaler. Now, just remember, even if you come off the line once you've started rocking it, all you're doing is following the blade, so that's not a problem. Just like with the scaler, we're going to test the curette. We're going to check that it has a nice sharp edge on both sides, and also we're going to make sure that the tip is sharp. Now, we're going to go back and show you how to sharpen the tip in just a moment. But this is something you still want to check, because not only is that tip supposed to be round, it's supposed to be sharp. So make sure that it grabs the plastic just like the edge of that curette does. The first thing we are going to do to round out the hone is to change the selector from disc to hone. Then apply the hone to the back of the machine. Put the instrument on the hone like so, but with a slight tilt to the back to allow you to put a bevel on the back of that rounded piece. That allows that piece not only to become rounded, but to become sharp, and then move it from side to side. The last instrument we're going to demonstrate today is the Explorer. We're going to apply the round hone to the back of the machine, step on the foot pedal, and move the Explorer around the outside of the hone like so, turning it over and doing the other side the exact same way. What this does is it applies a needle point to the end of our Explorer. Like the other instruments, we're going to test the Explorer. We want to make sure that the Explorer grabs that plastic, not scratches it, but grabs it. Remember, if you have any questions, you can call us at the 800 number listed above, the email address, or on the web. We'll be happy to help you any way that we can.